Well, it says greet people. Oh, thank you for coming to this stream. I'm sorry you missed it live. I'm terribly sorry, but you can listen to the whole thing now and read the comments and everything. And go to Undead Chronic /givememoney.com and give Undead Chronic some cush money. Good morning, Sergeant Grinch. Hello. Tom Laundry is in the building. I've got my ice cold water here. By the way, Polska Bob is still streaming from this morning. Still drinking brewskis. That's right, drinking beer on a Sunday morning in Chicago. Oh, great opening music. Oh, thanks. Is that what we got to do? So, I was looking at a couple things. T-Gat, good morning. Good morning. There's actually a lot of stuff that just popped up suddenly on the YouTubes that we could talk about. Well, we have Sunday to do it. I do have to do laundry and stuff, but, I got to do all that women's work and stuff like that. Metal Boy 25, hello. And Michelle Guevara, good morning. Did Polska Bob finally start making his pizza, or what? Beavis Jones. My hamsters all ate their babies and ran away. Oh, it's terrible. I have heard they do that, though. Is that I imagine it's a survival situation where they think they can't raise the little hamsters or something, and they eat them. That's kind of sick, but that's the way it is. Shedvis, good morning. Dios Rey. About to grub, brother. Have some food. Oh, you still streaming? Midnight Runner 4 is in the building. Hello. Oh. Anyway, so there was recycle a calorie. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. It's like, well, why waste it? I can't take them. They're going to die anyway, so I might as well eat them or something. I mean, nature can be kind of, cows, cows eat their afterbirth. I don't know if you guys knew that, if you grew up on a farm. After the calf is born, mama will go munch it down. It's like, I suppose, in the prehistoric times, if they didn't do that, the predator animals could smell it or whatever and figure out where they are and go eat them or something. I don't know. Smash the button like you filthy ass. Well, yeah. Yeah, well, I think she, who knows? Maybe she was in the army. Maybe she got injured. It's kind of hard to say. Most mammals do. Yeah, probably. It's sorry if you're eating breakfast. It's just, yeah. Yeah, no, the cows. Although that was a trend. You guys remember that not that many years ago, where women would, and again, I apologize if you're eating breakfast. We're going to talk a little bit of gross stuff here. Good morning, SCE is in the building, and so is Prime. Well, long story short, women started to do that. They would get their, after they had a baby, there was the stuff, and they would dry it, and just, who fucking knows? Maybe a few years ago, back when the hippies weren't so weird, Reverend 20-piece, hello. It's a raid. We got Polska Bob raiding me. Oh, that's nice. Hi. Guys, XYZ CT is in the building as well. And I also think Brandon Trueblood is streaming his travels along the highway. I think today he's in Texas. And I'm sure Hammerhand will be doing a Sunday night sermon tonight. I don't know what the hell Chronic's doing. He's up for something live here. I think he was roasting roaches the other day. The fun, it never ends. Never ends. Yeah, T-Gap, that actually was going on. Just a few years ago, it was they were trying to, maybe it was a TikTok thing. I don't. But yeah, the idea was to take what was left over and dry it out, and they put it in their food or something. It's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's get to this little itty bitty ditty. So they Sapien and this person I've never heard of. It's called notsoErudite. I think she's kind of a communist, leftist, like bread tube kind of thing. But whatever. And there's the Real Fem, and they're talking about the manosphere. After all, we're just a bunch of evil Nazis. Oh my God! But I think I do have to make a little bit of a point. I think the tall blades of grass they've gotten the attention, right? You know, I'm not going to say, well, that's not real red pill. You know how the no true Scotsman. But I think they've kind of hijacked it so that when people hear red pill, they think pickup artist, right? It's not the other stuff. It's not the more basic foundational stuff so much anymore. It's the pickup artist. Oh, you just want to abuse women, and you're the Andrew Tate is your god, and you worship, and you want to smoke his pole. The pickup roaches have taken over, and the women have taken over the manosphere. So have fun with that. You know, have a good time. But yeah, you know, the roaches are trying to take young men's money because young men are confused. They don't necessarily know what the F is going on anymore with respect to dating, especially. But there's other stuff, too, that don't make any sense, right? RP is not just about women, and mainly, but there's a lot of other things that just like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. My mama told me that was the case, but I'm seeing things here. Maybe that ain't true. Yep. But it has been generally ascribed to women, right? The RP, all those whores and bitches and all, whatever. Come on. But that seems to be the top of the RP space now is the pickup artist roaches. And Undead Chronic and Hammerhand and hopefully Hamster, we can do a little roasting because it's fun. Anyway, the title of this woo is called Dissecting the Manosphere Cope. Okay. Dating, Marriage, and Red Pills Failure, featuring Realfemsapien. Now, fortunately, she's divided this up into a bunch of different chapters because there really isn't a coherent thread throughout the whole thing. It's just basically a conversation. I'm not putting the women down here. But, you know, I kind of like to get some meat. You know, here's why the red pill sucks. And it's just like, well, I think about this, and then let's talk about our feelings for a while. And then, so definitely not going to go through the whole thing. It's 48 minutes. There's a whole hour and a half about them talking about abortion. So they must have had this really long conversation, I'm guessing. So, and yeah, that's too. It'd be like 2-3 hours. It's like that's too much to take in. But although Rollo Tomasi, by the way, on Matt Walsh, 5.5 hour stream the other day. It's like, holy jeepers. All right, let's dive into the first chapter. The red pill as a dating strategy. Go on.
So, red pill. So do you want that?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
What did you said that you had like some points about the red pill that you wanted to bring up.
Do I have points about them? I just talk about it all the time. These people are wrong on multiple occasions.
They're wronger
like,
than two boys.
The red pill and dating for men.
What does Pop say? Wronger than two. Two altar boys.
It's a mating strategy for men.
Again, that is the pickup artist stuff, Allie. Yep. Pick up the Andrew Tates and the other various roaches trying to sell young men and take their money and give them nothing in return. Mm-hmm.
Which it's like, what is even the goal of men? Is it simply only to reproduce? No, not even that. Is it simply only to get laid, or do most men probably want like a wife and children?
Again, clearly we're in pickup artist land here, guys. Right? So Allie has already got her mind set up. Oh, this red pill, it's all pickup artist stuff. Yeah, whatever, Allie. Whatever. Go ahead.
But they'll say things like, you know, marry before you carry. You know, single mothers are the worst. They're disgusting. But then they'll tell men not married. And
okay, see, she's conflating a couple things here. Obviously, yes, single mothers. No, it's not good. The government supports this stuff. Government finances. The government wants it. I'll just come right out and say it. This is no conspiracy tin hat shit. The more people they have dependent on the government, giving them free goodies, the better off the elite will be. Because they'll have a built-in voter base, and somebody famously once said, once the people they figure out you can vote themselves shit out of the treasury, your republic is over. You see why they're going that direction? So yes, the government encourages it because they want more of it. They want more dependent sheep, Allie. And what better way to do that than to say, you go, girl. Hey, you can do anything you want. You crab out a brat. Hey, we're going to take care of that. We'll give you food stamps, EBT. It won't be a problem. So there is a plan, Allie. Now, the second half of her statement, men shouldn't get married because of the current law. Allie, you've been divorced once, but you haven't been on the male side of divorce. It can be a big pain in the ass. It can ruin your life, and some men do self-delete because of these things. No-fault divorce, alimony, which is an evil patriarchal oppression of the women. Ain't it? No, wait, no. Excuse me, Mr. Misogynist Hamster. You evil bastard, you. The things about patriarchy that benefit women, we're gladly going to take that. Oh, hell yeah. See how that works? I think we already know how this thing works. Alimony should go away. Child custody should be shared. There shouldn't be no-fault divorce. There should be none of that shit. That's why they're telling men not to get married, because in the current situation, Allie, as a matter of fact, some of the RP guys are married currently, in the current environment. You're signing a contract that, when broken, benefits only one party, the female. Okay? Got it? Okay.
And I'm just very confused. I don't understand.
Yeah, we know. We understand that, Allie. I'm not hating you, but just saying you are confused.
This at all. But I think it's a mating strategy for men. And I don't think we have a community where there's a female mating strategy. There is female dating strategy, but I think those women want other women single, and I think they're lying. Yeah.
She's talking about female dating roaches, apparently.
Their advice is horrible.
I mean, women are the betters for the most part, right? Like,
She said vetters. It sounded like she said betters, but she said vetters. In other words, the women have the choice, which men they're going to pick. They don't have the choice in which men are going to propose to them, however. What are you saying? No.
that's a woman's role almost always
Evil,
in dating.
evil.
And it probably always just will be.
Yes. Except in the current situation, where it seems like a lot of women, it is a trend for them to want the only tippity-toppity men. They have to compete against them, and these men are vetting them, and they fucking hate it, don't they? Oh my God, he's an F-board. Oh my God. You don't like being in the same position as the other 95% of men, huh? Yeah, I wouldn't either. I don't like it. Oh, but God, they scream and bitch, though, when it happens to them, don't they? Oh, my God.
So, like, women's dating strategy is going to be so different than men's, because women need to be most effective at figuring out who's lying.
The fuckboys are lying. You dumbass.
Teasing apart who's the con guy who's like putting on a good face but doesn't have anything to offer.
The top 5% of guys that you chase are lying. You got me?
And figuring out who's dangerous.
Dangerous. Again, this paranoia that some women seem to have, that every man is out to get them and cause them harm. What the hell is wrong with you people? What's wrong with you? Statistically, it's impossible. It's not in the same universe. Not every man is going to try to harm you, for God's sake. But that's what feminism has done to these women. They have convinced them with propaganda and bullshit that, everywhere you go, there's going to be a man wanting to hurt you. Quite the contrary. Everywhere women go, there's probably a lot of men who will help her in situations where somebody's trying to harm her. Do you understand? Of course not. The brainwashing is complete.
And kind of weighing between all those things and figuring out who's going to be best kind of for their lifestyle.
For their lifestyle. Well, I mean, she admitted it anyway. It's like, yeah, I want a guy who has money. And he also needs to be good looking, tall, 6 foot, all that. No different than the standard issue woman, the modern women. Well, I got to weigh all these things, but God damn it, he better be tall and make a lot of money because that's all that matters to me. And then the surprise they get, the disappointment when Chad Thundercock won't marry them up. Shocker.
And other than that, women mostly just need to be like an attractive enough partner that they have people to choose from, basically. Like that's really what most women's role are. There are some women that are like a little bit more unlucky.
Are you getting the woo yet, guys? Did she really just say anything? Honestly, did she say anything? Well, it was just nothing. It's just woo. Prince Revolver. I'm so glad you are too. Go slay those hoes. Johnny Midnight. She just wants a Bugatti. She's a woman. Why doesn't she deserve it? She actually spends a lot of time looking in the mirror, but the mirror in the wall. Allie or the other one? Yeah, they probably both do. All right, let's get back to it.
Where they maybe have to pursue men a little bit more because they're like dominantly issue and they're less attractive, not able.
Did you guys hear that?
And figuring out who's dangerous and kind of weighing between all those things and figuring out who's going to be best kind of for their lifestyle. And other than that, women mostly just need to be like an attractive enough partner that they have people to choose from, basically. Like that's really what most women's role are. There are some women that are like a little bit more unlucky, where they maybe have to pursue men a little bit more because they're like,
oh yes, you hate that, don't you? You and 80 other women are pursuing the same 10 guys. I know it's a bitch, isn't it? It's terrible.
Dominantly issue and they're less attractive, not able-bodied as well is going to be a really big one for a lot of women.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand why there isn't a lot of like women dating strategy, which is unfortunate. Because,
well, there doesn't have to be because it's men that have to do the pursuing, right? You do, however, see a lot of these, a lot of women are out there saying, well, this is the way to please your man, that kind of shit. But yeah, all right.
There should be. I think
there's pushback.
There is a lot of pushback.
A lot of pushback.
I don't know how many women would watch it.
Well, I can tell you my analytics right now. Hold on, I'm on my way.
All right, so she goes into a bunch of woo. Well, I've got 24,000 women who watch me regularly. Okay, good. Let's see if we can get somewhere a little farther down. That's not so full of woo. Let's see, where was it? Traditional marriage was never solved. Okay, let's do that.
Just to be clear, when I was saying 90s women didn't work, I'm talking about the way the manosphere pretends women used to operate. Whereas like, and I'm just like, bro, like that, it never existed. It just, your fantasy history isn't real.
Well, I don't think anyone says women never worked. Comrade. Women before the Industrial Revolution worked their asses off just like men did because we were all trying to grow enough food so we didn't starve to death. That was a long time ago, somewhere in the 1800s and prior. Then the Industrial Revolution came along and some women decided they wanted to work in the factories. Why did they want to do that? Because men figured out a way to make it easy for them to do that. I know. And even women who didn't pursue and stayed in the home. You think they were just sitting around eating bonbons all day? No. They had a lot of work to do. Did they do the back-breaking labor that the man did? Maybe not as much, but they certainly had their place. They had their job. They had to take care of shit at the home. And back then, without, easy vacuum cleaners, washing machines, and Rumbas and whatever the hell else, it was a lot of damn work. So I don't know what these men are saying, and I don't even know what the hell you're saying at this point.
Right? Like brother didn't have penicillin. Okay, he didn't have a working functional plow.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, sweetheart. Women didn't have to worry about getting, tetanus or getting a nail stepped on or getting cut or getting some kind of whatever because they were in the home where it was safe and warm. It was the men out there getting cut by rusty barbed wire and dying. But go on.
Gasoline was barely being created by then.
Gasoline, yeah.
The world.
Yeah. So men had to go out and actually cut the fucking trees down and plow the fields with horses and dig ditches with their own freaking muscle. Yes. While Mama Bear, while still working hard, didn't have to do that. Okay?
It wasn't all dreams and roses, right? And I think
No,
definitely not.
the traditionalist wants to idealize the past and the progressive wants to idealize the future, right?
Yeah, destroy the future. Run the fucking future into a brick wall. That's what you communists want to do. And it's working quite well as of late.
And the reality is much more boring and unsatisfying.
But I mean, who is idealizing 1840? No one. No one says, well, that was better. That's when men were men and women were women. Nobody's saying that. But, whatever fantasy you want to live in, that's fine. It's your channel, I guess.
On both sides.
I think the best that we can do is
best that you can do is fall in love. Name that song and you win a prize.
Advocate for men and women to build relationships that give them meaning. I think we've lost so much in our culture about like happiness. And I know so many people want to roll their eyes when I talk about happiness because it's
well, what do you mean by culture? Which culture are you referring to that was there a culture at some time where we were happy? When would that have been? Would it be somewhere in the past? I'm going to have to think about that. So we lost our happiness, meaning at one time we had it. When would that have been? Anyone? When would that have been? Sometime yesterday?
so fleeting and simple. I'm like, it's also the main thing that makes you get up in the day. Like it's literally everything.
Yeah.
Happiness is simple, but that's the point. Is like
happiness isn't everything. Responsibility is everything. Happiness is a byproduct of such. I mean, who wouldn't want to sit around and just be happy all day? Well, we as adults, we have responsibilities to other people, to our family, to our kids, etc. It's not always going to be a fucking bed of roses in a relationship with kids and all that. It's not meant to be. Go on, Disney princess.
We can pursue a life of complexity to chase all these like crazy dreams.
Are you reading notes off your freaking wall? What are you doing? What are you doing?
And yet the things on your dying bed that you like regret is almost always like the most simple things, right? Like you regret not like hugging your partner one more time. You regret not like giving your like favorite pet like an extra bite of steak because it makes them happy and you like to see them happy. It's like it's the simple things that matter fundamentally the most. In relationships, we really like miss that because we get so caught up in the complexities and what I want and
Yes. Well stated.
money, grind, hustle. And it's just like, it's all empty. It means nothing.
Well, it might mean nothing to you. Perhaps. But to other people, it means something. Now, do I think it should be your entire life's goal is to collect shit, get new cars, all this? I don't know. It's your thing, though. It's not for me to say. I think it's kind of silly. I don't need that. But other people are different. Imagine that, guys. There are people in the world that think differently than we do. I know. It's crazy.
Nothing means anything. So just pick something that matters.
Isn't that like nihilism or whatever? That's something, isn't it? Nothing means nothing. Or something.
And make it matter.
Yeah.
Thinking about that.
Make it matter. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Because there's a commodification of womanhood that's on the left, and there's a commodification of womanhood on the right. So left perspective, if you want to take the, the trans route, it's just you can go and buy all the parts of being a woman. You can do that. If you take the, hypersexual woman route, that still stands. You can go and buy breasts and you can dress however you want and be.
Yeah, but they're almost playing like dress up though, aren't they really, Allie? You look at Dylan, very famously, met the president. Got some, face work done or whatever. He's pretending. He's pretending. He's playing dress up. He's having his tea party. He's doing whatever. Go on.
As naked as you would like, so that that would be commodification on the left, and then commodification on the right. It's well, you're just a baby factory, and that's all you can do, and you need to operate by your fertile window and your fertile window only. So
you're just a baby factory. Oh my God. I think Allie is even farther gone than we thought. Riggs Jr. is in the building. So is Thumper up there in the frozen north. Yeah, it's snowing and everything there. Mike Hirity, dear Tradcucks, keep getting married. Wait a minute. Where'd you go? Married so I didn't have to. Very good. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Ione Sky. What was that movie with John Cusack? What was that? Some 80s flick. Yeah, where is the goat? Exactly. I don't have my soundboard yet, MGTOW Gear, so I'm going to have to get that, and so I can put some more goat on. Yep. On the conservative side, women are commoditized as baby factories. Okay. Substance D is here. Stone Reaper's in the building, and I saw Zombro. You play any chess? Do any gambling? Have any fun over the weekend, sir? Let's see. Prince Revolver. No one on the right refers to women as a baby factory. More so, be responsible. Talk about responsibility, wanting a woman to... Yeah, no, where did this fantasy shit come from? I have no idea. Well, people on the right, you are red pill conservative cucks or whatever. You just want women to be barefoot, pregnant, chained to the kitchen, right? Who says that? I would like to know who says that. Just curious. Except for no one. But again, if you must keep making shit up, have fun with your fantasy world. Go ahead, Allie. Tell us why women are expected to be baby factories. Let me just play that back again. Sorry, we're probably going to have some woo on the left.
If you take the hypersexual woman route, that still stands. You can go and buy breasts, and you can dress however you want and be as naked as you would like. So that that would be commodification on the left, and then commodification on the right. It's well, you're just a baby factory, and that's all you can do, and you need to operate by your fertile window and your fertile.
Okay, you need to operate by your fertile window. What some people are saying, like Mother Nature and biology, is that you have a limited window where you can have children safely. And the window is roughly up until 35, and that's even getting late. So if you're thinking about children, you should probably think about planning them between 18 and 27-ish. That's going to probably guarantee you're going to have healthy, a safe birth and all that stuff. That's all. Not that you have to... I don't even know what she said. It's just so stupid. Go on, Allie, please.
Window only. So on the left, it's... They think that you can become a woman if you pay for it. And then on the right, they think that if you read a book or you go to school, then you'll become a man. That's not true.
Did you fucking hear that? I've got to hear that again. Can you hear it? I'm going to put the captioning up in case you missed it.
Think that you can become a woman if you pay for it. And then on the right, they think that if you read a book or you go to school, then you'll become a man. That's not true.
In case you missed it, Allie just said, on the right, where some of us probably reside politically, on the right, conservatives, we believe that if women read a book or go to school, they become a man. What kind of nonsense is she spewing? Who are these people she is referring to? Because it certainly isn't me. It certainly isn't you guys. It's certainly not most people in the world. What the hell is she talking about? Wow. Borderline hate speech. I would say it is hate speech at this point. Overnight from Summit or okay. I have no idea where she is coming up with this bullshit. Jerry Carney, indeed. Indeed. And just wait. There's more. Let's go back into it. I'll shut off the closed caption. Oh my God.
If you are a woman, you are a woman. XX chromosome, like the point blank period, the end. And that is a breakdown. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I know.
Yes, the communist wants to talk about trans women. Yeah.
But, like there's a spiritual experience to being a woman that is lost as an art and, just like romantically. And then there's also the divine experience of being a man that's lost. I've seen, like, I can't even believe the husband I have now. He's certainly not the husband I met. This dude's like way better.
And she goes on and talks about a bunch of woo. I can't believe she actually said that. I was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. I know Hammer's been getting down on her quite a bit here, but that is just absolute fucking nonsense. Conservatives believe women who go to college. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, boy. All right. And there's some more woo. We could wrap up with the woo up there. I've had enough of this. No. But you think, gentlemen, could it get any worse? Do you think? Oh, yes. Oh, God. I was trying to figure out a way to do this. It's just really hard. Yeah. Commercial. Go ahead. You can't hear it, but I can. All right. Hold on. There we go. All right. Go back to the beginning. How long has it been since we got involved with Rachel Oates? You remember Rachel? Oh, come on. She's not like just your regular average feminazi or anything. No. Rachel, how are you? Well, I'm spinning my wheels. God. Mm-hmm. Yes. You guys remember Rachel Oates, don't you? The epitome of the bedroom feminist in her living room. She's talking about some dude that posted something on Instagram who is obviously a pickup roach. I looked his stuff up. He's a pickup artist. But go on.
Thanks to Reddit across the Instagram account of Brendan Schmidt, who uses the username Masculine Revival.
Now, unfortunately, we can't read it because my computer's being a bitch, but he's a pickup roach.
He is absolutely a dangerous misogynist with a scarily large following in hundreds of thousands.
Dangerous misogynist. He's got hundreds of thousands of men under his control. He's like Andrew Tate. It's horrible.
Like many of these
you can see the pickup shit right here. Writing on masculinity, femininity, relationship. Join the inner circle today. What does that sound like? Of course he has a course, guys. You could go and buy it from him.
Improvements because who target verbal men. Brett actually does have a few good ideas.
No, it's impossible, Rachel. No, he's an evil misogynist. He can't possibly have any good ideas. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you, girlfriend? That makeup and dye getting into your brain cells? Maybe.
There is some truth in what he says.
Okay.
The men's rights issues that he discusses are important and should be talked about.
Ah, really? Oh, so Rachel isn't so bad. She actually cares about men's issues. Right?
Things like focusing on men's mental health, giving fathers more legal rights of their family. These are important. They are real concerns.
Yeah. I'm glad you are paying attention. Not very many people do, but thank you for that.
But sadly, he takes these grains of truth and uses them to push these incredibly harmful narratives about how women need to be oppressed, feminism is bad, and the cause of all problems.
Women need to be oppressed. That's what Rachel just said. Well, feminism is cancer, so I can't disagree with her. Women need to be oppressed. Those are the words from this roach. Okay, Rachel, go on.
If women didn't have freedom or autonomy over our own bodies, then none of these problems would happen.
So you're equating having freedom to do what you want with your life to feminism. Well, that may have been the case a long time ago. The fembots haven't done jack, squat, and shit for you for 40, 50 years. Nothing. Well, nothing. Nothing good, anyway.
Blah, blah, blah. Men's problems are because of women.
Some of them are, yes. It's not misogynist. They're just pointing out a fact. Okay.
The only way to be happy is to oppress women, and so on.
The only way for men to be happy is to oppress women. Well, I guess I didn't realize I had to be the great oppressor of the female, or else I couldn't possibly be happy. Thumper, you got it, baby. Same shit, different day. But she does say some interesting stuff, so we'll go on here just a little bit more.
And of course, he's a conventionally attractive man with a conventionally attractive wife who puts out all his content in a very polished but ultimately formulaic way.
So he's a married roach. Okay.
Quite a generic way, which does make it very digestible. It's easy to share online. I can understand why people are drawn to him. So people keep falling for it. And
so his content is easily digestible. It's put online in a nice manner. And that's why people are watching. Or it could be they're finding some grains of truth. Perhaps his message isn't all misogyny and hatred of women. Have you thought about that, Rachel? Of course not. Because women are always victims. They're the oppressed. And men are always the oppressors. Marxist 101.
Believing his absolute nonsense. And that's what makes men and content creators like him so dangerous.
Dangerous. Ooh, you got my attention now, Rachel. Tell me about Dr. Danger. Tell me how bad he is.
That's why today we're going to be looking through Brendan's Instagram account. We're going to critically analyze the things he's saying.
Critically Yes, gentlemen, I have previewed this, and I had to watch it several times to come up with some angle, and I just said, hell with it. Sunday morning, let's do it. So she's going to critically analyze it. What do you think that means? More Marxism, isn't it?
Take a look at the things he gets right and the things he gets horribly, horribly wrong, and talk about why this is all so dangerous.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Johnny Danger, Rachel.
Just very quickly before we start, if you're new here, hi, welcome. It's wonderful to have
Rachel
you.
Oates,
It would be really, really great if you wanted to subscribe.
Give
to
her
my
a
channel.
sub. I'll put the link in
while,
the other thing.
Just double check and make sure that you're still subscribed, because I know sometimes YouTube unsubscribes.
Can you hear her okay?
And,
she sounds a little weak in my earballs.
If you do want to find me on social media as well, the place I'm most active is Instagram. You'll find me posting pictures of my life, my dog, books I read, makeup I use.
Mostly pictures of you, though, right? Yeah. Shut up, you evil misogynist.
All that fun stuff, and also just sometimes sharing pictures.
Well, my name is Dr. Evil Hamster.
Cute animals and fun stuff like that. You can find me at Rachel Oates with a 0 instead of
Jesus Christ! Can't you just type this in the? I'm sorry.
Oh, because my name was taken and I'm annoying like that. I also want to throw in that I am starting back up streaming over on Twitch a little bit more often. So if you want to follow me there, you can do. If you're interested in my merch, I have lots of t-shirts and hoodies. And
you get a t-shirt too.
Spring store. If you prefer more arty stuff, I have photography and art prints available on my website. My poetry book is out now, or if you'd like to support my work via Patreon, you can do. I post lots of photos over there. I post things like video notes and scripts and stuff like that. And you can also get exclusive stickers and prints over there sent out to you 4 times a year, which is exciting. These winter months are always hard because YouTube cuts ad revenue.
Any more shill?
And also our views are usually down.
And that's the end of the video. Thanks for joining us today, Rachel. What was that, like 60 seconds of freaking shill? I thought Undead Chronic was the show master, but Rachel, I think you got it going on, baby.
Christmas time, like now, so it's always kind of hard to pay the rent.
Christmas time, pay the rent.
Have to, so obviously,
it looks like you're really barely making it there, Rachel. I don't know how you're going to survive the winter. You might have to sell a few paintings or something.
But if you can afford to help out over on something like Patreon or by buying merch or anything like that, it just does really help and keeps.
Come on, girl, go!
So thank you very, very much. I'm grateful to anyone who can or wants to help. And that's the self-promotion out the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Let's get back to Brendan.
Finally.
Brendan describes himself as the founder of the Masculine Revival Brotherhood.
Yeah, pickup artist. Yes. Yes, Rachel. By now, after doing this for years on the internet, you'd think you'd understand the code words for Roach, wouldn't you?
Where he hosts online men's meetings for a fee, of course, provides online coaching for men for
Pickup artist
a fee, and offers exclusive online content like blog posts and videos and that sort of thing for a fee.
Yes, just like you generously pointed out everything that we could actually give to you. No one has to participate, right?
All about masculinity, femininity, and relationships, of which he thinks he is quite the expert. According to his website, his content is designed to, and I quote, equip men to reclaim and revive their masculinity through providing the tools to effectively lead better both in life and relationship.
I mean, this is Pickup Roach 101. Rachel, come on. I even put in their comments, it's like, Rachel, why are you wasting your time on a Pickup Roach? What's the point? But go on.
And also to equip men and women with the tools, knowledge, and perspective they need to thrive in their intimate relationships. His Instagram account is just one of the ways he attracts customers for his $125 a year online content package.
$125 a year. Well, I mean, that's, that's a bargain to learn how to pick chicks up.
This doesn't include any of the coaching or the men's groups or anything like that.
Of course not.
He charges extra for them.
Of course, $500 an hour for coaching. I'm sure it's something like that.
One of the big things you'll see repeatedly on his Instagram account is the way he constantly puts down the idea of femininity, but he does it in this typical fundy way because he is a fundy as well. He's very religious. I should throw
a fundy. I had to look that up. A fundamentalist, religious type evil man
out there. But he does it in the very typical way of like, oh no, femininity is not bad. It's just different. As a woman, you need to be feminine, and that means staying in your place.
I'm sure that's what he says. Yeah. I'm quite certain, Rachel. That's exactly what he says on his website.
In this one post caption, for example, he writes, I've seen this idea that men have a distinct feminine side do more harm than good. This doesn't mean men shouldn't have any emotion, creativity, or restfulness in their lives. It simply means that they don't have an inner woman or an inner feminine. Everything a man does in his life, he does as a man.
Well, we don't really have a choice, do we? Men don't have a feminine side.
While the post itself goes on to read, men don't have a feminine side. Emotions aren't feminine, they're human. And here we have his first grain of truth. This is absolutely true, and it is a very important thing to acknowledge and understand.
That men have emotions as well? Well, that's news to me. I didn't know that.
Emotions are normal and useful and should be embraced and understood by each and every one of us.
They're normal and everything. God. Here I was mistaken my whole life. I didn't know that.
We should all work on our emotional intelligence and our mental health and making sure we understand ourselves, our feelings, and those of others. One of the huge problems that there's been in the past is this really toxic idea that real men, masculine men need to suppress their emotions, ignore them. Oh, stop being a girl about things.
No, but to have be capable of controlling your emotions. Emotions come out where they need to come out, right? Dog gets run over, your parents die, stuff like that, right? Control. Not that you don't have them. Control them. No, you see, you're a misogynist. You're implying that women can't control their emotions. I didn't say that.
All of that rubbish. And it really is rubbish. We absolutely do change that. We need to normalize men and women being able to understand and express their feelings freely.
We can. That's not a problem. You see, she's mixing a lot of things together. She says emotions like crying if your parents are killed in a tragic car accident or something. It's not a problem. We'll do that. Now she's getting back to showing your feelings. See how she did the flipperoo there? It went from your emotions, which could include sadness, happiness, and all that other stuff, to feelings about the woman. See, Rachel, you ought to be old enough to know if a guy doesn't express his feelings to you about you, is because he doesn't have any. He's not holding them back. They don't exist. Got it?
And especially when it comes to men, that's really going to help improve men's mental health issues and reduce the numbers of suicides amongst men.
Well, that would be a good thing, but I don't think crying once in a while about your dog getting run over is going to fix mental health. I think there's a lot more to it, Rachel, a little more deeper than that, but go ahead.
Hopefully. So, grain of truth, something really important to talk about, but then he goes on to absolutely ruin it. He takes this little grain and turns it into toxic sludge.
Toxic sludge. So let's see. Brendan Schmidt. Emotions aren't feminine, they are human. Generally speaking, women relate to emotion in different ways than men do. Oh my God, he's a sage. He's like a Greek god of wisdom. But of course, that simple observational truth that men and women process emotions differently, toxic sludge.
Goes on to say, generally speaking, women relate to emotion in different ways than men do.
Is that not true, Rachel? Is that not true? Of course not, because you're a Marxist. Men and women are identical, right? We're just a number on a spreadsheet somewhere. No differences at all, right?
A man should not relate to his emotions in the same way a woman does.
Well, we don't. It's natural. Sorry, Rachel. Turning men more women-like is not going to help the problem. Okay? Whether you believe that or not, I'm sorry. Men are men, women are women. We look at things different. It's brain pan stuff. It's the wiring of the brain. It's all kinds of stuff. It's white matter and gray matter and all that shit. We are different. We approach things differently. You might even say we approach things complementary. You might even go that far.
The only feminine side a man needs is his wife.
Rachel, let me help you. That's called a joke. That's called a joke. I'm sure you've heard those evil misogynists that you might have run into. You ever hear somebody say, yeah, my better half is over, she's coming later. It's joking. Self-deprecating humor, you see. I know it's hard because you're a humorless communist. Humor just, no, he's got to be deadly serious. Oh my God, look what he said about it's like, spell it with me, Rachel, Joke, a yoke,
And I have so many problems with this, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, because you don't have a sense of humor. That's your biggest problem. Go on.
One thing, it's all very vague and meaningless and absolute crap, isn't it?
It's a joke.
What is this even supposed to mean? Men and women relate to their emotions differently.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? John G., this is round 2 with Rachel. Oh God. So it's some conspiracy theory, apparently, that men and women process emotions differently. Yeah, that's just a conspiracy. Oh my God.
How? Why? Where's your proof? It's just very vague.
All you got to do is look up a bunch of research journals on the topic. They're all over the internet. You can find out. Men and women's brains are wired differently. It's proven. There's no equivocation. Women's brains are wired in a cross pattern, and men's are on one side or the other. I think. I'm not sure. They've done the studies. They've done the work, Rachel. The brains are different, and thus they operate differently. Not to say one's better or worse than the other. They're just different. Why is that so hard for you to accept? Go on.
Saying words.
I know exactly why it is. This is just what I said. When Rachel and her ilk hear different, they think inferior. Nobody is saying it's inferior. People are saying and have studied and have proven they're different. Not better, not worse, different. But see, she doesn't register different as unique, perhaps, or special powers of the female, or what? No, inferior. It's not what he's saying. God almighty.
But there's not really much meaning behind them.
Okay,
And then,
whatever.
of course, there's
Woo.
the underlying misogyny to it all, with
Woo.
the implication that, yeah, there's a difference in the way that men and women do things like understand our emotions.
Okay, so you admit that the statement was correct. When you said 2 minutes ago, there's no proof that that's true, but now it is. Rachel, what the hell?
And that the women's way isn't good enough for men.
See, what did I tell you? Our brains operate differently, but that means the female brain's inferior. Are you a misogynist, Rachel? Are you an internalized misogynist, woman hater? Why do you believe that if women's brains are different than male brains, it's inferior? It's not. You said that. This guy didn't say that. I didn't say that. Nobody reputable says that. What about those toxic trolls on 4chan? Exactly. The toxic trolls on 4chan. Yeah.
Men shouldn't do that. The women's way is lesser than, and it's fine for them.
Nobody has said that, Rachel. Nobody says because it's different, it's lesser than. What the hell is the matter with you? Seriously. Are you this indoctrinated? Or you just hate women? I don't get it.
But men shouldn't do that because men are better. Men are stronger. Men can't do it the woman's way, the weak, small, lowly woman's way.
Nobody said that, Rachel. Very few people think that. Why do you?
There is a misogyny there.
Yeah, it's your own misogyny. It's not his.
He goes on to say, tell me I'm wrong. Men should strive to become better at being men rather than trying to cultivate their inner feminine.
One might come out and say, you probably should cultivate a full person.
And for the record, this doesn't mean a man can never have a moment of vulnerability, softness, or emotion.
Right.
Every man that I've ever met that is striving to balance his masculine and feminine energies is way more feminine than he is masculine.
Well, that may be true in his case. I don't know. I think I understand what he's getting at, and it might sound misogynistic to you, Rachel. Sure. What he's saying is men should be men and women should be women. It's pretty simple.
I don't really understand what he means here by
Oh, no. Another video game ad. God almighty. What the hell did I click on?
feminine way, these feminine energies.
Her energies. Her feminine.
Don't know why he thinks that's such a bad thing, why that's so awful. He definitely has something inherently against the idea of being feminine.
No, he said he was against the idea of men becoming more feminine. He didn't say anything about femininity being bad. He said he doesn't really appreciate it in men. That's all he said. I mean, that's his opinion. Everyone has one.
He doesn't really give any examples. It just seems very rigid and ridiculous. There's like a masculine and there's a feminine, and you shouldn't cross over the road. Like, oh, it's silly. I think maybe personally this stuff seems a bit ridiculous to me because just as an individual, I see gender as this big social construct, and it's not really something you can have one opinion of.
I think we've had enough. Gender is a social construct. That's all you need to know about Rachel. She's been thoroughly and fully indoctrinated in the nonsense. I think it remains clear. I think she might say one thing here that is even more bizarre, but go ahead.
I think everyone views their own gender in different ways, and different people will define masculine and feminine in different ways, and that's absolutely okay, you know?
Sure. You know, before all this gender identity stuff, Rachel, before all this current stuff going on, we used to call people acting the way they wanted to act, or they had a certain quirk in their life. That was their personality. Personality. That was them. You don't have to get a change to have a different personality. Oh, God.
No? If you ask me what makes me a woman,
yeah, tell us what makes you a woman.
I don't really know if I could give you an answer.
Well, part of it would be you're female. And you have all the accoutrement of being female. So
I don't really know if I could pinpoint it. I feel like, yeah.
You could look down between your legs. That would be an indication. What do you have there? Is it a naturally grown one? Well, then you are female. Sorry.
Yeah, I probably am, but I don't necessarily know why. I don't quite know how to define that.
Again, guys, she is dyed in her Kool-Aid. You can't get out of this one. Just insanity. You don't know what makes you a woman. Really? Certainly physically you do. What are you saying internally to your brain? I don't know. Maybe it's because you're a girl. Oh, God. Oh, God. I didn't know what to do with this one, but I guess we did all right. All right. Red pill pipe hitter. Where's my sandwich? And my glass of water. Get in the kitchen, make me a sandwich, and get pregnant and be barefoot, because that's what conservative men believe. You're a baby factory. Get in there. And remember, Allie said, if you go to school, women, and you read a book and you become educated, that makes you a man. Oh my God. Who believes it? Yeah, Easter hamster. I like that. Easter Sunday. Yeah, I'll see you later. SFG How Warrior. Men have beards, women have. Yeah, there's a bunch of physical ways. How you express your personality is up to you. You don't need to go to a doctor and get things removed and put on because of your personality. That's all we need to say. Anyway, oh, the hair is dyed. Yeah, it certainly is. I think she's more of a natural dark-haired woman, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll put the link in the description. Yes, Green Lord. I've been trying to avoid that. I saw it. I mean, this is just delusional. This is fantasy land crap. I don't know where this is going to end. You know, unless normal people start saying, excuse me, this is mental, no one's going to give a rat's ass. And as long as the government keeps thinking this is a big voting block to keep us in power, they're right on board with it too. Even the Republicans. Don't let the uniparty fool you. There's nary a hair of difference between on this stuff. Yeah. Yep. That's what I heard. Gore Bloodfang. Ooh, that's a great name. They grew a pee-pee with hormones, and some of the trans women these days believe they actually get periods. I'm not joking. It's insanity. It's what it is. All right, you guys, have a good day. I'll probably be back later with something. We'll see. Time for lunch. Hamster out. See ya. Bye.